For the first time in millennia, Darwin reinstated humankind's place within the animal kingdom. His theory of evolution, which instantly erased the boundary separating humans from animals and thrust Homo sapiens into a vortex of millions of species, created immense unease. Contrary to popular belief, this scientific precept not only claimed that we descended from apes, but that we are, in fact, apes, and naked apes at that, as the English zoologist Desmond Morris pointed out in one of his books. We can all call to mind the famous drawing published in 1965, in which a primate gradually becomes more erect over time, until finally becoming modern man. But we must be careful how we interpret that. It does not mean that modern man descended in a straight line from an ancestor shared with other primates, but rather that man descended from an entire lineage of apes and is the result of numerous instances of crossbreeding. The transition from walking on all fours to standing upright makes it appear that there was a destination, as if all evolutionary change followed a linear upward progression culminating in a final version of the modern human. But that is not the case. Evolution is fluid and unpredictable. Instead of picturing a two-dimensional evolutionary tree with continuous lines, as is still common to find in biology books, we should envision a three-dimensional universe in which the tree of life never stops growing and has millions of branches going in thousands of directions, intertwining in places and stopping abruptly in others because of an extinction event. Each little bud represents a species that will grow into a new branch of its own. Humans do not sit at the end of the prettiest branch at the tip-top of the tree. Our spot is a small bud positioned on a twig similar to all the other twigs, and just like all the other small buds, our species is constantly changing and continues to evolve. Our genes are constantly interacting with our environment, which means that what we consume, our exposure to pathogens, climate conditions, pollution, and many other factors, impact our genes. Scott D. Solomon, a biologist at Rice University in Texas, explains that human sequencing data provides researchers with proof that natural selection continues to affect our genes. And this does not happen slowly over the course of a millennium or a century, but at the much faster pace of within a generation. For example, the DNA of a newborn contains, on average, about 60 mutations when compared with the parents' genomes. Our children are not a mere combination of our genes. They are a new version of a human being.